Hey there, fellow hominids. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. Episode 8, the first step in our evolution. Was that basalt? I don't even know what it was. I could probably make a cutter faster if it was. Let's see. Yeah. Kitty's a porcupine? Yeah, it really is. Come on. Basalt chopper hitting a stick. I'm actually going to drop the basalt chopper though. So I have just one primary weapon and no tool. Alright, dumb kitty, you coming back? So I'm not I'm gonna guess I probably have enough neuronal energy to max out my reinforcement points, but if I don't, before we do an evolution, I'm gonna have to learn some stuff. Yeah, luckily this excursion was quick and our pathfinding was accurate. Which is good. Although I wouldn't mind... Oh, here we go. Dates. I have always a hard time telling, and I guess I could just like inspect it, but telling which ones are like spoiled and which ones, yeah, that one's nasty. I kind of figured. More snakes. Go away. Do you have to reinforce skills? You don't have to, but not doing it is dumb. Actually, would be a very accurate way to say it. Basically, you become stupider for no reason. Fundamentally, everything that you learn with your current avatar, your current character, is lost anytime you evolve or pass a generation. So if you're not reinforcing it, you lose it. So you become dumber. Which is, well, dumb. Alright, we're almost home. I know we've been burning the midnight oil. Well, actually, we don't know how to use fire, so we've been burning the proverbial midnight oil to try to get the this excursion over. Now to expand upon your question, anything that you don't end up locking in, because you're not likely to have all your reinforcement points to lock in everything, you do relearn at a discount. So anything that you've learned in a past generation that you've lost will be relearned more easily. But it's better not to have to relearn it. Did you get bit? I don't see any status effect markers for the individual that looks like he got bit, so I'm assuming he's fine. There we go. No longer poisoned. Yeah, his oh, Jesus. Indicator didn't indicate that he got bit. Sounds like he deflected it or something. Okay, I'm running out of stamina. I'm just gonna drop to recover. I don't need to be chewing into my own longevity because my character doesn't know how to climb. The only monkey that does not know how to climb. Yes, we do have a group dodge and group attack, and both of the followers I have weapons. So I suspect he attacked. Oh, I climbed too high. He, the one following me attacked the snake and killed it. That would be my guess. All right, let's take a look at our. So actually, let's. Are they both back with me? Yes, they're both right here. Okay, I'm going to end my expedition. And then let's take a look at our current... Oh, I have so much neuronal energy. All right, yeah, no problem. So we have 12 reinforcement points, right? 6 for the kids, 6 for the meteorite. And I'm going to have you guys decide what to lock in. So we have attack abilities. Tool making. So attack abilities would be these. Tool making would be these. Actually, you know what? I might not even need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, forget it. Everything we learned we can lock. Alright. We're good. So, let's change generation. Oh, actually, before we change generation, I wanted to do one other thing, which is to take a look at the mutations that we have available to us. So there should be 12-ish mutations here. Actually, it's not true. We could learn new things. So let's just spend the neuronal energy to increase what we currently know. So that I'm not just locking in the 12 we have, we can pick our favorites. Because we got a lot of energy for that little excursion, you know, having so many young ones with us. Because one thing we have not been pushing much is senses, which, you know... The whole, like, 3 monkeys of hear no evil, see no evil, do no evil, like, doesn't apply to 10 million years ago. You definitely need to see the evil and hear the evil before it kills you. So we have sound localization, evaluation speed, evaluating, like, food quality. You know, I feel like Taylor Farms should hire someone with this. Apparently they're really bad at that. Form recognition. All right, anything else? Oh, yeah. Evasive action. So this is the preparation for speed of dodge. Now, most things I attack, but like snakes I'm going to evade because I don't really need mamba meat. Time dilation for things to get slower. Controlling strength is I haven't initiated, but until I believe until we have this, I could be wrong about this, but I think until we lock in this mutation, I can't unlock this. I believe that's the way it works. Anything else? I think that's about it. So, what to lock in? Attack abilities, tool making, communication, senses. And you can't see the poll. Let me try to... There it is. And we have got up to 12 points, and I'm going to spend them in relation to the results of the polls. So if, like, you know, it's 50% one thing, 50% another, it's like 6 points each. I haven't explained much in this, but the way your evolutions work is as you evolve, you will make leaps forward based upon the progress that you've made in these, like, evolve, expand, and explore tasks. So here's evolve, like crafting a sharpened stick, or acted on a carcass with the right tools, or finding a use for kapok fiber. There's explore, which is finding areas, points of interest, and then there's expand, like conquering fears, or intimidating creatures, or killing things. I am the apex predator. Generous leader, befriend a poison outside clan member, so on and so forth. So it looks like we are going to do tool making and senses. That's what we're going to lock in primarily, with some communication. So what I'm going to do is lock in mirror neuron. I'm going to lock in spatial perception. I'm going to lock in controlling strength. And... oh, senses actually just picked up some more points. Stripping. So let's do 5 points in senses. And then 5 points in tool making, and then like 2 points in communication. Alright. Done. So the neurons that have not been reinforced will lose their energy and will have to be refilled. All unborn babies will be lost. Do I want a past generation? Yes. So we have a bunch of clan members that died, all the elders, which, you know, as a result, we're going to be full of bones. And then the really important thing here is to assess what mutations are going to carry over. So before I do that, what I want to do is... oh yeah, look at all that. So many mutations. So the mutations that we have right now. We've got dexterity, 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 dexterity. Lots of dexterity mutations. We've got motricity and motricity. We've got another motricity, senses, intelligence, metabolism, and communication. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is every single individual that we currently have in our tribe has some sort of mutation. So before we evolve, have a few babies and evolve. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you don't lock in anything before an evolution. Basically, when you choose to do an evolutionary leap, you're not locking in any neurons, you're just jumping like massive leaps of time, million years or so, and locking in those mutations. So the reason I want to have a few kids is, like, right now we're just a tribe full of old people, and I want kids to make sure that our lines don't end here. But we don't need a lot of kids. That actually would hurt my long-term goal of getting a drifter. Which tree has the onboard trait? So metabolism is the 5 o'clock position of the of the map. Do we do anything with the dead? No, not really. Just look at them for neuronal energy. Where's the other females? Oh, they're there. All right. And let's see if we can't... I don't think we'll be able to create one more couple. I could be wrong. Because this is 5th member. Actually, you know what? It might be possible to find... Well, I'm not going to worry about that so much. Alright, let's switch back to the females and have 2 sets of babies twice. Oh wait, you're single, aren't you? Where's the other coupled? Oh, you're single. You know what? That'll work. 4 babies. So I don't want to fill up our population for reasons. Because if our population's full, we won't be able to do the outsider thing. But I want some children existing, you know, for before we go through the evolution. Yeah, it's hard to remember that we have 6 adults. The 5 dots are the 5 other adults, but we're controlling an adult. Of course, it's easy to remember if we do something like this. If I, like, analyze one of these babies and switch to it, then you can very obviously see that there's 6 adults. All right. Come on, I'm doing long click here. There we go. So we'll have, at the end of these pregnancies, we now have 6 elders, 6 adults, 4 children. One of the children got a spontaneous genetic mutation that will be lost because you only pass down genetic mutations when you're an adult or an elder. Oh, and one got for an attack, and we're losing that one too? Oh well. So if we take a look, the two new ones is this one, which is intellectual capabilities, and then this one, which is greater strength. And those will be lost. So there's your reinforcement points. Don't matter as far as I know. Like, you don't lock anything in before an evolution, so we're just going to do an evolution here. So yeah, let's go trigger an evolutionary leap. When evolving, all spontaneous mutation neurons not carried by adults or elders will be lost, as I literally just said, but they will reappear through future births. Do you want to evolve now? And now what's happening is it's going to go through some of our evolutionary achievements and evolve us through time. And sometimes, like that one, using a granite tool, we were ahead of time. And you will... If you're kind of like min-maxing, sort of like I am, you will frequently advance faster than nature did. Like, there it is again. And again. And this here is like years ago in evolutionary speed and the difference of the two. And how unrectified it might become. And this process takes a little bit, as you may have been able to tell. So the game expected me to find the points of interest that were, like, closest to our starting waterfall, but I obviously went, like, above and beyond. Yes, I did do a fair bit. That is true. All right. So here it is. We cherry pick random feats. It's not all of them. It's some of them. And then we get like a how far ahead of science we are. So I've leaped forward, 860,000 years. And then any deaths are calculated against you. And then births are added. And now I am evolving 150,000 years faster than science. Through the passage of time, you have progressed to become what is now known as Sahelanthropus. Okay. Tumai. I'm just going to say Tumai. You've moved through time to about 9 million years ago. You will now be brought back to the world to catch up on your lineage. And that would be one of the major evolutionary jumps. And we are not home anymore. The clan and a new settlement. When a new settlement is established, all clan members who weren't following you are staying where they were. They will have to be gathered or they may be lost. So, first things first, let's switch to not an elder. And then figure out what state we're in. Do we even have beds built here? I don't think so. So the current priority is catch up on our status. Not super sexy, but I need to know what's going on, right? Figure out where I am, who I am, what couples there are, that kind of thing. I can now also tell people to mimic my action, which is super useful to get like a few members in the group to grab a specific non-edible or something, because up until now they would only mimic me if it was like food related. Alright, so taking a look at our evolution, you will notice movement speed hasn't been increased. Walking in shallow water requires less energy. So these are the mutations that we got now that we've now locked in. A greater distance is traveled when swinging from branch to branch. More energy is gained per food portion. It is possible to remember the position of one more specific location, so up to 2. It is possible to remember the position of one more specific location, up to 3. It's possible to remember one more item or living being. Fewer hits are required to successfully craft items using a tool. Fewer hits are required to successfully craft items using a tool. Probability of inflicting a lethal blow are increased. Probability of inflicting a lethal blow are increased. All threats induce less fear. And then, these are, like, there's a baby in the community right now that has a genetic mutation that is obviously not locked in. So the way this works is the genetic mutations, as I've explained and probably explained too many times, these ones are active, these are inactive. They only become active if you evolve with that individual as an adult or elder. So we have all these new mutations, which then, like in the case of this one, metabolism, these will lead to being able to metabolize new food sources. So they can be really important prerequisites for a lot of other things. Alright, next up, where the hell are we? Home is Jungle under the Cliff Oasis. Alright, so let me correct where we currently live. Jungle under the Cliff Oasis is 8. So, map-wise, I've updated it, where we now live at 8, because we don't live at 1 anymore. We've evolved. Okay. We still have the Befriend an Outsider quest, but the problem is at the moment we have too many adults. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 adults. So what I'm going to do is pass a generation after I get 4 more neurons that are worth locking in. Otherwise, I lose reinforcement points. So what I mean by that is I have 4 points to be able to lock in stuff, yeah? But I have no new stuff to learn. We're still dumb. So current priority right now is learn enough for 4 new skills and generate. Which will be shortened to Jenner. Alright, my current character is a single male. Which means that because he's not in the gene pool, I don't want to use him. I want to use a male that has babies. Because a single male can help to create more genetic diversity. But this one, Ko, has 2 babies already, so I'm going to use him to learn. Because if he was to die and the babies survive, his genetic continue, right? With that in mind, it also makes sense to... So, this baby generation is going to be the forgotten generation. And what I mean by that is because I want to bring in a new outsider, I don't intend to subject these babies to mutations, which means these babies, I don't care what genetic mutations they carry, they're not going to be passing them down. Basically, I intend for these current babies to die as elders before I evolve again, at the very least. And that's because when I evolve, I want 6 adults and 6 elders, all with mutations, because that's like the most bang for your buck. And because I'm trying to bring in an outsider, I need to keep adult slots open. So, yeah, this current generation will not be the adults or elders that get to live on. Which also means I don't... Normally, if you have genetic mutations you really love, you shouldn't bring those children out with you, because if they die, you lose it. But because I don't intend these children to ever lock in those genetic mutations, it doesn't really matter what children I bring. I'm only explaining that because if you're trying to min-max protecting those genetic mutations, you would never bring a child that has a genetic mutation you care about. Like this one, Baby D, here. He's the carrier of the dexterity gene. You know, whereas that one has no mutations. Alright, where be rocks? If they have a mutation, they get a second with the meteor? Not as far as I know now. You're locked in at 1. So all I'm really doing with this adult here is just like discovery stuff. Trying to get maximum neuronal energy. And I don't even have to do very much, because all I need is neuronal energy for like 4 more skills. So the other thing I want to ask you is, which should I try to go for? So here's imitation, which is possible to ask clan members to mimic switching hands and altering a particular item. So before, this mirror neuron is like, hey, if I grab a stick, you grab stick. This is, hey, if I grab stick and strip it, you grab stick and strip it. Right? It's kind of different. I just wanted to highlight some of the new ones. But ultimately, what to learn is going to be up to you. Like, for the 4 points that I'm reinforcing. So... let's go get more neuronal energy, and you guys can vote what types of things you want me to learn. And for neuronal energy, like, you can just you can just go to senses and, like, start identifying stuff. It's just that simple. As long as you have, like, babies piggybacking on you, like, that's all you really need to do. It's really not a lot of effort. Can you build enough bad for the clan? Do you mean beds? I could build more beds, sure. I don't really need to, as when I sleep, it kind of assumes that the others in the clans are sleeping. Also, I don't know if anyone reasonably crafts, like, 18 beds. Well, assuming your young ones don't need one, like, let's say 12 beds. I don't think that's how anyone plays. I don't want to make that assumption exactly, but, like, I doubt anyone really does that. Because, everyone outside the person you're immediately controlling has only simulated needs, not, like, calculated ones. It doesn't mean they won't die. So if they pick up, like, negative ailments, like bleeding, and you ignore it, they will die unless you stop their bleeds. But you're not responsible for the eating and drinking of, you know, of all up to 18 people in your tribe. It simulates the progress there. Man, I am definitely happy I got the fast mutation, because I am fast. I am much more dexterous. I mean, some of that is like I'm an evolved version of my previous self, which increases speed and stuff like that. But some of it is we did lock in the fast mutation. So between both of those, a lot easier to control this person, cover more ground more quickly. And there's another matured neuron. All right, let's go ahead and do smells. Ooh, I don't know what that is. And then hearing. Alright. Let's just check in on how much neural energy I've amassed with just checking out what's around me. Right? It's really not that hard. And it looks like you guys want me to focus on communication neurons. Maybe a little bit of tool making, but majority communication. God, I'm so bad at identifying where the beds are. Beds, you're made of dead leaves. Why aren't you a different color? What was in that tree? I don't know. Alright, there's some new nodes. So this node is prophylactic ability. Once connected, it will be possible to be shielded against poisonings and injuries for a longer period. We've got self-empowerment. We've got evaluation speed. This one, spatial perception. Detect non-edible from further away. And I'm just trying to, like, highlight some of the ones that are recent. So you guys wanted me to learn... Oh, you know what? I don't have a lot of neural energy. So I probably won't be able to get all the way out here. No, not even close. All right, so let's learn some new stuff before end of day. Also, why does the game think I'm carrying 3 babies right now? Yo, what gives, game? I definitely don't have 3 babies on me. One of them's hiding? What is it, like up my butt? Because... Does it? Is it trying to follow me? Oh, you know what? It's following me. No, don't okay, hold on. I gotta bring it home. The game was correct. I did have 3 babies. One was just following me on foot, which is like a horrible freaking idea. Because that's a good way to get you killed. So don't do that. Alright, good. Now it's not following me. There's other things we could do here. So, I'm going to try to learn some new things, too. Like stripping the leaves off of the ferns. New tool discovery. That's a grass stem. Who's up there? Can we stab a kitty with it? No. I mean, maybe you could try to hit a kitty with it, but it ain't gonna be. It's a fern stem. It's not gonna be all that effective. But hey, if you're playing for yourself, go for it. It's your funeral. Speaking of kitty, let's, No, you dropped the wrong thing, pal. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh. Well, I'll take credit for that, but, I'm not really sure if I'm the one to do it. I made you. Yeah, I made you kill that snake. Hey, bud. Yo, what's up? It's what I thought. God, I'm really evolving to be warlike, aren't I? It's okay. Man, that is a lot faster now, as you may have noticed. Thank you for tuning in to Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow ancestors.